What's up, Juventini? Alberto here, and I got all your Juve news. Yes, not in the studio. I'm traveling. I'm away from home, but that doesn't stop me from bringing you the news, all right? We got a ton to look at. The latest on one of our targets and another club Juve are set to do battle with for that target. Contracts. Certain news on a couple of extensions around Juventus and how the FIFA Club World Cup could affect those contract extensions and how it affects Massimiliano Allegri, all right? So you guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. Let's rock. Now, we get to Calafiori. Apparently, Napoli is also looking at Calafiori, so Juve is going to do battle with them. But the latest reports suggest that Juve is going to try and get a jump on all clubs interested in Calafiori and get something kind of secured before we hit the summer Mercato. Time will tell what happens there. Contract extensions around Juventus, all right? So it goes with Kessie. Apparently a bridge deal, a 1-year extension is what is going to be agreed upon. Kessie doesn't necessarily want to apparently leave Juventus because there aren't the clubs that he wants seeking him. And the FIFA Club World Cup could also help sway him into taking this bridge deal, all right? As far as the Club World Cup, how is that going to affect these deals? This could also help sway Kessie to staying at Juventus. But with Massimiliano Allegri, it's very, very interesting, all right? Because his contract, which would end at the end of next season, all players as well actually extend to the end of the Club World Cup tournament. So anyone that was set to have their contract end on June 30th is actually given an extension till the end of the Club World Cup. And this apparently is appealing to Max Allegri, which would put him into staying for the contract. Now, I'm not believing these reports, okay, because I am believing that the contracts would extend to the end of the tournament because that makes complete sense. But I'm not believing that Max is actually going to walk away and not coach for the final season. This call is always and has always been in Juventus's hands. Whatever happens with Max, it is in Juve's hands. He will not walk away from that contract, in my personal opinion. So all these rumors we're hearing about Max and Juve don't want to go into a final year, it is in Juve's hands. So we have to see what develops there. As far as another contract extension that we're talking about, Rugani, it is at the final stages according to Nico Schira. But an interesting one on extensions is Weston McKennie, because the latest states that he has been approached by Juventus. They did initiate the contract extension talks, but apparently, and this comes from Monblano, so take it absolutely with a grain of salt, but he says that Weston McKennie wants a pay hike, all right? So, number one, if this is the case, I say no. If we're trying to talk down better players, bigger key players, all right? And Weston has had a strong season this season and been one of our best. It makes no sense. So if that's the case, I'm actually okay moving him while his value is up. He could see everything we're trying to do with everyone else's contracts. It doesn't necessarily make sense because you finally made a big jump or whatever in this season. It's kind of a tough call there. Fans are on mixed sides. I want to hear from you. Weston McKennie wants a pay hike. You give it to him and extend, or say no thank you and try to sell him in the summer. Hit me in the comments. That's a tough one based on his play this season, all right? Now we get to Rabiot. There are hopes for him to be in the lineup for the Genoa match. De Sciglio could find himself on the squad list for the Genoa match, all right? And Illing Jr. set to play for the third straight game, and this shows us the signs that Kostic is on the outs with Juventus. All signs are pointing to Juve looking to move him this summer. That wraps up the news break. You guys know the drill, all right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the content, but hit me in the comments with everything you think. This Weston one is difficult. We're trying to spread out Vlahovic's salary, who's been a monster in 2024. No, Wes, you got to keep it the same, man. Keep it the same, or maybe we try and chip him out. I don't know. It's tough. Hit me in the comments. You guys know the drill. Tomorrow, all right, it'll be a later time, but we'll do the match day preview. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Ciao tutti.